Hey guys, this is Shainu. I recently graduated from Georgia Tech at the Dodd Stadium, and I was trying to find some information online prior to getting an email from them. And that's a good thing about Georgia Tech; they're very detailed on exactly, what you need to expect. But they don't send that email out until like almost 3 weeks before you're about to graduate. And if you're someone like me, you're probably wondering about graduation because you probably will graduate in the end of the term, right? So that said, I thought it would be good for me to share some of these graduation information with you. So the first question you may have is, how many graduation tickets will I have to bring my family? So because this is a football stadium that has a capacity of like 55,000 people, you shouldn't have to worry about seats being entirely populated. So it is free and it is unlimited seats. So you can bring all your family members to this event. Obviously graduating from Georgia Tech is one of the biggest achievements in your life. You probably want all your family members there so they can be proud with you as you walk through the graduation. The next question you may have is like, when should I get there? What I would recommend for the graduates is you should get there at least 1 hour prior to the event start time. The reason why you want to get there 1 hour before is because, some of the ways to get to the stadium, they actually close those, to control traffic. So that said, you want to be very careful in getting there early enough so you can find a good parking. And I will be sharing some of the good parking spots with you. So if you listen to me and get there an hour early, you should not have any problem finding the parking that is right next to the stadium. And for the visitors, I would recommend for you to be there at least 30 minutes before the start time. There's going to be a lot of people there and, there's going to be a lot of traffic. So the earlier you can get there, the better. So you can be part of this whole graduation ceremony from beginning to end. Another thing graduates can do with the visitors are that you can keep in touch with them through your phone just to make sure like where they are at, because there's no assigned seats for the graduate. Depending on how far away your family are, you can kind of sit towards the end of your section, so that way they are not going to miss your important moment. Parking. So as I mentioned in the earlier slide, parking is going to be a bit difficult if you plan to get there like at time. So these are some of the addresses for the parking, and it's free parking on graduation day, so you don't have to worry about paying any crazy fee. You know how it is in downtown Atlanta, it can get a little expensive for parking. The first bullet point I have here is the Peters parking deck. This is the closest parking spot to the stadium. It's like less than 200 feet away. So that said, as a graduate, you need to make sure that you get there 1 hour early and go to this address and see if you can find a parking there. If not, then Area 1 visitor parking is also a good option. It's opposite to the Tech Tower, so you can kind of walk through the Tech Tower to go to the Bobby Dodd Stadium as well. And then finally, the option I have here is closed parking deck. It's a bit more farther away. Those are the three options. There are also additional parking options. I just didn't put them in this slide because I think the first three should be enough for you and for your visitors to park their car, as long as they get there early enough. And next question you're probably wondering is, where do I sit in the ceremony as a graduate? As I already mentioned, it's unassigned. You can sit as long as it's in the correct section. You can sit in the front or the back. It really doesn't matter depending on how early you get there. And you need something called a Grad Pass. So you need to go to this link, commencement.georgiatech.edu/Grad Pass, to be able to get what you can see on the right side. And there's a little QR scan code underneath this web page when you load it up, which you are going to be using to scan, and so they will call your name out in the stadium as you walk to get your diploma. So what I would recommend with the Grad Pass is, obviously, if you can't print it out, put it in your back pocket just as a backup. If your phone runs out of battery, at least you have a backup. Let's say if your phone doesn't run out of battery, what I would recommend is to keep the QR code as a wallpaper so that you can easily just unlock your phone and scan and go right in without you having to figure out like, oh my god, where's my photo that I just saved, or like, oh my god, this web page is not loading in time. So that's what I would recommend for you to do. And graduation seatings. So what you can see is obviously the stage, this little person right here. This is where you're going to be standing to walk through the stage to get the diploma and to walk out and to take some photos, which is going to be right here. So when you look at your Grad Pass, it tells you exactly what section you should be sitting at. So my degree was analytics, so I need to sit in the interdisciplinary. So on the left side, you can see interdisciplinary, College of Computing, and other sections. So where I sat was right here, and it's color coordinated, which is pretty good for you to know, like, okay, this is where I need to sit. And you can kind of see where people can sit at. There's a lot of spots where your visitors can sit at. I mean, this is a 55,000 capacity stadium, so your family should not have any problem finding seats. And at the end, I added some additional information. These are some things that you may already know from, doing your bachelor's degree. And to your visitors, let them know they can only bring transparent bags. So they cannot bring like a book bag type of thing or a purse or nothing like that. So just let them know that if they're planning to bring something, carry something into the stadium for the ceremony, like snacks and all, you just need to put that in a transfer bag. Umbrellas are not permitted, so if it is raining, they need to buy a raincoat ahead of time. And finally, some of your family members probably couldn't make it to your ceremony in time, so there is a live stream link. I put a underscore right here. So depending on the term that you're in, you just need to fill out the term. So for me, it's like spring 23/livestream, or you can simply search in Google commencement Georgia Tech spring 2023 as an example, and you should be able to find this link pretty easily. So that's all the information I had. If you found this video helpful, make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.